We have to change the mindset to understand that politics is not about applause. It's all about outcomes. And the more Black America finally begins to understand and ask dangerous questions for the political establishment, what exactly have decades of political loyalty produced for Black America?
This is the Publisher's Desk with Damon K. Jones, brought to you by Black Westchester Magazine.
Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Damon K. Jones, and welcome to another show of the Publisher's Desk, powered by Black Westchester Magazine and blackwestchester.com. And today, brothers and sisters, I apologize. Usually on Monday at 8, we have a guest, but I don't have a guest scheduled tonight. But I do want to have a serious conversation with Black America, because too many people are being emotionally manipulated instead of politically educated. And the real crisis facing Black America is not what's going on in the South. The real crisis that's facing Black America is leadership, selective outrage, and political gatekeepers who keep Black people emotionally reactive instead of logically thinking about outcomes. Because the moment that Black America start asking questions about economics, ownership, school, crime, taxes, migration, or political accountability, suddenly we are told we are betraying somebody, the party, or we're even being anti-Black. No, that's not it. It's just Black America is waking up. Now, before we even begin, I want to establish something. Black people did not lose their right to vote from the Supreme Court ruling. That language is emotionally misleading to Black people. To gerrymander a district real? Yes, it happens, absolutely. Republicans do it and Democrats do it. And I'm putting it on the record, I think when you gerrymander a district, it's wrong, no matter what side do it. Because politicians choose how people will vote for them. Democrats and Republicans now, voters should choose their politicians, not the other way around. And that's how it's been for the last decade or so. But if we're going to be honest, then honesty have to apply to everybody, Republicans and Democrats, not just one political party. And here's where the hypocrisy comes in with the Democrats. See, there was no outrage when New York Democrats redrew congressional districts and the two Black congressmen, the two first in history in District 16 and District 17, found themselves in districts that became significantly whiter. But where was the emergency calls then from the Democratic Party? Where was the cable news outlets then? Where was the emotional speeches about protecting Black political power? Where was AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Because she supported Jamaal Bowman, but she was silent on what they were doing to his district. She didn't say a damn thing. And where was the Democratic outrage? See, because many Black Americans notice something. When Democrats do it and Black political representation is effective, everybody gets quiet. Nobody talks about it. But when Republicans do it, they have national marches. They talk about it all the time on the television. That inconsistency is exactly why more Black Americans are beginning to question the political game altogether. See, this is where we need to have the real conversations, brothers and sisters. See, for a decade, many political gatekeepers, media personalities, activists, organizations, entertainers, professional athletes, and even some preachers have kept Black America in a constant emotional state. Fear, anger, outrage, trauma, division. But there's very little conversation, brothers and sisters, about Blacks owning something, about Black economic power, about Black business development, about Black trade skills, about Black owning land, about Black family structure, about Black political independence, and even about Black generational wealth, because emotional people are easier to control politically than logical people. If we stay emotional, Black America, then we won't ask the good questions. Why are our schools failing? Why is the home ownership in Black America so low? Why, wherever Black people do own homes, their taxes are so high? And why so many Black families are leaving the North, going to the South? And why are neighborhoods still struggling after decades of one-party loyalty? Gatekeepers survive by keeping Black people politically, emotionally loyal instead of intellectually independent. Though I believe Black America is seeing through it today. People are starting to realize that emotional speeches do not lower their rent, that emotional speeches do not lower their taxes, that emotional speeches don't build wealth, and emotional speeches do not fix the failing schools in Black America. The only thing that can do that are results and outcomes. See, and that realization is dangerous for the political establishment. Many Black Americans today are making economic decisions, not just emotional political decisions. Families are now sitting at the dinner table and saying, well, where can I afford a home? Where can I raise my children safely? Where can I keep more of my paycheck? Where can I start a business? And where can I build wealth? See, when Black people ask that, that's not betrayal. Brothers and sisters, we're just surviving. Let me explain something. And I want people to be clear on what I'm saying. And the majority of you will understand, and some of you just might not understand. But if you're a working class Black family, you do not experience politics through hashtags and celebrity activism and comedians and foolishness. You experience politics through your rent, through the groceries that you pay for, through the high taxes that you have in Black communities and you get less services, to the poor school quality in your neighborhood, to the lack of job opportunities that Black politicians don't bring jobs to your community. And you experience the politics with the level of crime and violence that is in your community. That's how Black families experience politics. And that's the reality that they face, and why less and less are falling for the old okie doke from liberal America. Now let's ask an uncomfortable question. If Democrat leadership is working so well for Black America, then why are so many Black families leaving Democratic-controlled cities and moving south? We have seen in the last decade large numbers of Black families moving south because they're chasing better outcomes. And that's not slogan. That's not hashtags. That's not emotional speeches. That's Black families want better outcomes in their lives. Black families want affordable housing that they can buy. They want lower taxes. They want safer neighborhoods. They want business opportunities. They want home ownership. They want better schools. And they want stronger Black communities. And this is why cities like Atlanta, Houston, Charlotte, Dallas continue seeing growth in the Black middle class and Black entrepreneurship of Black people leaving the blue states and going down to these cities in southern states. But instead of asking why black families are leaving, politicians would rather redirect the attention towards fear politics about the South. And now you have AOC out here telling people in the North to go down to the South.
It's time for New York to pull up to Alabama. It is time for all of us to come to Georgia, to Louisiana, to Tennessee, to Mississippi, and let them know exactly what they have uncorked with this injustice.
And fight. Fight for what? They don't live there. They don't vote there. And here's the sad thing about this, because in part, AOC's district and many urban cities across America, her district, people are dealing with rising rents, affordable crisis, poverty, low home ownership, struggling schools, and crime concerns in her own damn district. So what in God's name is she up talking about black people got to go down south? You need to fix your district first. And those are not Republican talking points. Those are the reality of what's going on in her own damn district. And many people are just becoming more concerned about how these politics are being played on black people. And we have to do better as Black America, because we have to stop treating politics like a religion. See, the scriptures never told us to worship a political party, a celebrity, an elected official. The scripture warns us clearly, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. That means power can become corrupt on both sides. And spiritual wickedness in high places is the steps of government. Too many of our people defend these politicians harder than they defend their own families, their communities, their schools, businesses, and their future. Hell, they defend politics more than they defend the scriptures and what God told us what to do in the scriptures. Politics is supposed to be transactional, not a spiritual moment. Leaders should be judged by results, not party colors, slogans, and emotional speeches. There's not one scripture in the Bible or Quran or the Torah that God called us to be loyal to a political party. God called us in all faiths, all major faiths, to be wise, discerning, and vigilant. Black America does not need political worship, and we have to stop it. We need political understanding. This conversation is bigger than Democrat versus Republicans. And this is what they're scared of when we have conversations like this, because it's about accountability. It's about politics being transactional among groups. And Black America is a group that has to deal with transactional politics. We have to understand that. We have to start voting based on outcomes, economics, ownership, education, safety, opportunity, and our quality of life. We have to stop and begin to realize that blind political loyalty without measurable progress benefits politicians more than it benefits Black America. And this is why independent thinking is growing, because people are tired of symbolism without results. And at the end of the day, brothers and sisters, emotional rhetoric does not lower your rent. Getting emotional from these politicians does not reduce crime. It ain't create more black home ownership, and it hasn't built generational wealth. Even under Barack Obama, he didn't close the wealth gap between blacks and whites. Under his 8 years, it widened. We got to stop confusing representation with results. Just because somebody looks like us, talks like us, or campaigns in our neighborhood does not mean our conditions will improve. Because if you look at the black communities today, they haven't improved. They look the same. And in some cases, it got worse. We have to change the mindset to understand that politics is not about applause. It's all about outcomes. And the more Black America finally begins to understand and ask dangerous questions for the political establishment, what exactly have decades of political loyalty produced for Black America? It's the main question you must ask yourself, and then you must ask these politicians when they come around you for your votes. And I'm Damon K. Jones, and this has been The Publisher's Desk. And if you believe that Black America needs more independent thinking, outcome-based conversations, please subscribe, share this video, and follow me on all platforms at Damon K. Jones. And let's not forget to sign up for our mailing list and download the free ebook, A Seat at the Table is Not Power. Building the table is. And I hope to talk to you and stay connected with you. And as I said, if you leave a message, I try to like and answer all of them. I try to do it because I want to respond and we could open up real conversations. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, and stay blacktastic. Peace out.
Black America, political loyalty without results is not power. Sign up and get your free ebook by Damon K. Jones. A Seat at the Table is not power. Building the table is. This book exposes how political dependence weakened our communities and lays out a blueprint for Black economic, political, and institutional sovereignty. If you're ready to move from symbolism to ownership, this is for you. Download it free today. Follow Damon K. Jones on YouTube and stay connected to empowering conversations that challenge the mind, strengthen the spirit, and uplift the community. Subscribe to Black Westchester YouTube and at Damon Jones on YouTube for powerful content on life, culture, community, faith, politics, health, and truth that makes you think for yourself. If you're serious about political clarity and independent thinking, this is for you. The Political Thought Bundle includes 3 full books, all personally singling. Democrats and Republicans, the Ultimate Gangbangers, breaks down how the two-party system operates like a legalized street war for power. Emotional Politics, Logical Failure exposes how emotion has replaced strategy in Black political engagement. Tolerance is for Coward lays out a blueprint for extended policing and community-led public safety rooted in outcomes rather than slogans. 3 signed books. One bundle, $60. That's a $75 value, and you're getting signed copies included. This isn't left versus right. It's results versus rhetoric. Go to twosteppublishing.com and secure your signed Political Thought Bundle today. It's going to be blacktastic. For more than a century, Black America built its own economy under segregation, under discrimination, and under conditions most people today cannot imagine. We built businesses. We built banks. We bought land and property. In The Forgotten Blueprint, Damon K. Jones reveals how Black communities created thriving economic systems from 1800 to 1965, and why that blueprint still matters today. This book challenges the idea that our future depends on politics alone and shows how ownership, family, and enterprise once powered Black prosperity. The blueprint is not lost. We just stopped using it. The Forgotten Blueprint, how Black America built its own economy from 1800 to 1965. On sale now at Two Step Publishing and Amazon. Black Westchester Magazine has been giving our community a voice, reporting the stories others ignore, holding power accountable, and making sure the truth about our communities is told by us. but independent black media only survives when the community supports it. If you believe in real journalism, community accountability, and keeping black voices strong in local news, we need your help. Your donation helps us continue covering the stories that matter: politics, education, justice, and economic empowerment right here in Westchester. Support black media, support black truth, support Black Westchester Magazine. Donate today and help keep black media alive. Because black-owned independent media is blacktastic. Black Westchester Magazine presents People Before Politics, the Sunday Rundown, every Sunday at 6 p.m. on YouTube. Join Damon K. Jones, AJ Woodson, and Larnez Kinsey as they break down the biggest stories in politics, culture, and community from a black point of view. No spin, no party loyalty, just logic, accountability, and outcomes. If it impacts Black America, we're talking about it. Tap in, subscribe, set your reminder. This Sunday at 6 p.m. is going to be Blacktastic.
This is the Publisher's Desk with Damon K. Jones, brought to you by Black Westchester Magazine, where life, culture, community, and faith meet truth, power, and purpose.